Clubhouse.
Welcome to Decorating the Set from Hollywood to your home with your hosts, Beth Kushnick and Caroline Daley.
Hey, Beth.
Hey, Caroline.
This month brings such exciting new things for the podcast because we've been getting so many questions from listeners. We wanted to take a little time out and give you guys some quick bite answers in our Minisodes in May. I'm looking forward to getting a lot of your questions answered and Beth getting a chance to just kind of give you just these little nugget size, like how to go about your projects.
I'm here for tips and behind the scenes tricks of the trade, all the tools that can help you. I want to continue to be the decorator by your side. And I do really like all the questions that have been coming into us, both internationally and here in the States. And everyone really wants to be in the know.
Everybody's been reading their magazines. I feel like there's something about springtime that makes you kind of want to redo things and get more information. But also it's kind of hot. Like we're not ready for like a big meal. We just want these little like bite-sized little pieces of info.
That's what we're going to do. Little niblets.
Niblets, if you will. Okay, Beth, let's jump into our first question. So this is coming from a potential employee for the industry. This is someone who wants to come and work with someone just like you, Beth. And they want to know what are the mandatory items they should have in their kit when they come to work as a set decorator.
In my union, we all enter the union as a prop person. We have to know how to do a variety of tasks that require a lot of different tools. So my set dressers come to work with their toolkit of a screw gun and a picture hanging kit. And we are in a situation where we purchase expendables for every job that can include different tapes and different kinds of hardware. You know, in New York, as we've talked about the differences between the East and the West Coast, in New York, I am responsible for, as a set decorator, for all the hardware. So that brings with it quite a lengthy list of things that are needed for more of the technical aspects of dressing a set. As a set decorator, I live and breathe by my tape measure. Even though I tend to put it down and not know where it is, I'm always saying, anybody got a tape? Anybody got a tape? And all my fabulous set dressers say, I do. It's always the run to who gets their tape measure out first. I'd say anyone as a decorator on set, as well as a decorator at home, should have their tape measure available. I love to start off any character development in any room that I'm designing with some kind of concept of color palette. So, you know, it's really great not only to be able to get these paint swatches that you can put up on the wall, but to have a little kit that you carry around for yourself, you know, even like an old-fashioned pencil case where you've got your tape measure, you've got your paint swatches, you've got your punch list maybe of what you're looking for, you know, ways in which to keep the job in your head. Of course, we use our phones so much when we're working, and even just today, you know, my team was downstairs on the stage and I was upstairs just a flight away in my office. But we did a lot of texting back and forth, photos back and forth to say, you know, do you want to put this here? Do you want to put that there? Such a good communication tool. It's the same way in which I deal with my clients. You know, I send them link after link after link. And let's say I do one email that's all tables and one email that's all desks. And I find that's a good way for you to organize your home projects as well. Better than Pinterest, but it's a way to keep your actual full information on each piece of furniture organized and together. For a decorator, there aren't that many items that are, I would say, actually your kit items. At home, when you're doing your home design, when you're hanging your pictures and doing those final touches, there are a few things that are important. We use little felt dots on the bottom of, let's say, a heavy vase or something that we're going to put on a wood surface so we don't scratch that surface. Those are available in your hardware store, very easy to find. We use picture hanging nails called ooks. They make very little mess and don't leave big gaping holes. I have this pet peeve of set dressers using big, enormous drywall screws.
Oh, but they grip so good, Beth. That's like as a homeowner, I'm all like, yeah, but that's like what I'm constantly using.
Yeah, but then when you go to want to hang something else,
I've made a ratty mess, obviously.
You have, exactly. So, I try to do a little prevention here to save ourselves. Look, everybody should have a hammer. I will admit that sometimes at the misplacement of my hammer, I have sunk to the level of an old-fashioned heavy-duty ice cream scoop.
Nice. I thought you were going to say the end of a screwdriver because I've done that move.
Of course, or people used to use their heels,
Yeah.
But I don't want any of our listeners to hurt themselves. Ow! There's other little things we do. When you make one of those holes in the wall, you could fill it up with toothpaste and nobody will ever know. That's, of course, if you have white walls. There are also tricks of the trade that are available as apps. There are plenty of furniture plans that you can download. A lot of furniture manufacturers and stores allow you to see each piece of furniture in the fabric that you're choosing. I find that very helpful. And, just like shopping for an item of clothing, whatever you're buying on the internet, look at every photo that is provided to you and enlarge those photos. You can look at seams in fabric that way. You can see how that sofa cushion might bounce back or not bounce back after it's sat on. There are times that I even magnify things so large, but in an instant, it really helps me know whether that's something I'm interested in, because it's very hard to judge scale from photographs online. So I would say one of the biggest tools is taking your time and really being thorough in your research, especially if you're not going to walk into a store and sit down on the sofa and see it in person.
Okay, Beth, that is a fantastic bunch of information. So I'm gonna tell you what I heard, because as a listener, I know you guys are out there taking little notes. So I heard I need my tape measure, I need my felt dots, I need my picture hanging nails, my ooks, if you will. I need my hammer. I need to make sure that I have my paint swatches available to me. And then most importantly, I'm going to use my technology, my apps. I'm going to be doing all of my research, and I mean all of my research. That includes all of the dimensions and taking all of my measurements and comparing them and enlarging my pictures. And most importantly, giving myself some time to actually be able to complete this project, because so many people try to do it, weekend warriors, whatnot, in like an hour. And really, we need to give ourselves all that planning time in advance.
Planning time, and then you realize if you have any further questions going through the project, I'm here.
Absolutely. Where can they reach you, Beth?
They can reach me on Instagram or Twitter at Beth Kushnick.
Listeners, please make sure to reach out with your questions so you can be on one of our minisodes. Please go over to wherever you got this podcast and rate, review, and subscribe. 5 stars, people. It helps people find the show. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, producer Mike here, just dropping in to read our latest 5-star review from Apple Podcasts. If you write in and leave a 5-star review at Apple Podcasts or at Beth's Instagram or Pod Clubhouse's Instagram or on Twitter, we'll read your 5-star review here, live on the show. This one comes from a reviewer on Apple Podcasts. Great new idea done right. Wow, I feel so lucky to have found this. It's like overhearing a set decorator talking about great ideas at the next table in a restaurant, and you furiously scribble them down. How lucky to have the benefit of Beth's knowledge for free. I have already tried the paint thing, and I can't wait to do more. 5 stars. Thank you guys for writing in. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening. Decorating the Set from Hollywood to Your Home is an original Pod Clubhouse production, recorded, edited, and produced at Pod Clubhouse Studios. For more information, please visit us online at podclubhouse.com. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to Decorating the Set at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening.